This is the third video about solving multi-step equations, and here we get into the nitty-gritty. Now we start practicing with multiple types of equations in different formats, and practice is going to make you better. Practice is going to make permanent. So let's get to it. Remember, 3 steps. First thing we want to do, well, truthfully right there, there's no simplifying in these first ones. So it's going to be addition and subtraction first to move the numbers to one side and the variables to the other. And then it's going to be multiplication and division to get the variable all by itself and positive. Essentially, it's SAMDAN. You've never heard of that? That is just dead mouse backwards. So this is where we start. So 2x, oops, never a bad idea. Just gonna, oh goodness, highlighting our variables. So that you know what you want to isolate. So there's no question about it. First of all, make sure you understand that this 2x and 4 are not like terms. You can't put them together because this one doesn't have an x on it. It's like you have 2 bananas and 4 cats. Well, if you put it together, you know what? You have 2 bananas and 4 cats. You just can't put them together. But if these are cats and those are cats, you can combine those because those are like terms. Anyway, this is 2x plus 4. So subtract 4, because the inverse of addition is subtraction. So this cancels out to 0, so I don't need it anymore. 14 minus 4 is 10. Now we have just a one-step equation, and this is multiplication. So the inverse is division. X is equal to 5. And there we go. That's it. All right, now we've got 3x minus 7 is 20. So add 7, because we want to get rid of this first. So it's always addition or subtraction to begin with, then multiplication. And whatever we do to this side of the equation, we need to do to this side of the equation. So 3x is equal to 27. And now we're back to a division. Sorry, it's multiplication. We use division to get rid of it because 3 divided by 3 is 1, so that disappears. X is equal to 9. For these first ones, honestly, if you're doing them, your answers are probably going to be whole numbers all the time. If they're not, I would go back and check whether you use an answer key or whether you do an actual check. As time goes on, there'll be equations that don't have whole number answers, and that's okay too. All right, so yeah, 23 is equal to 5 plus 6x. So I want to get rid of this 5. Remember, this plus belongs to 6, but this is a plus 5 right here. Whoops. It's an understood plus. So the opposite is subtract 5. Do the same thing here. So 23 minus 5, let's see, that should be about 18, is equal to 6x. This is straightforward multiplication. So we're going to use division, the inverse, to get rid of it. X is equal to 3. Excuse me. If you haven't, you know what, now would be a good time to turn off the video and try a bunch of these by yourself. Then turn the video back on and make sure you got them all right. Hope you turned it off. Welcome back. All right, so we got negative 3x plus 4 is 16. So we're going to subtract. We need to get rid of this first, and then we'll worry about the negative 3. So minus 4 minus 3x is equal to 12. Divided by 3, divided by 3. Oh. What's wrong? You should be yelling at the screen. I screwed up. I need to divide by negative 3 and negative 3 there. There. Always divide when you get just the coefficient, right? That's the name of the number out in front, and the variable, exactly what's there. So if this is a negative, divide by a negative. And remember, a positive divided by a negative is a negative. Now, this one's a little bit different. We have the variable in two spots on two different sides. There's a lot of different rules about how to do this. I was reading one that says, this is always take the small one to the big one. There's people that say, oh, well, it's the variable's got to be on the left-hand side. It depends on the question. But this is my theory on this specific question. If I bring the 10R to this side, then I have my variables here, I have my numbers here, and I'd have nothing over there. That's not the plan. The plan all the time is to get the numbers on one side and the variables on the other. So it makes more sense to move the 2R to this side. And you could do that. I know in all the other equations, things that I've done so far, we never had to do that. But yeah, you can move the variable too. So 2R minus 2R, that's going to disappear. So 16 is equal to 10R minus 2R is going to give me 8R. Now, I'm going to divide by 16 or 8. Hope you said 8, because you always divide by what's with the variable. So R is going to be 2. Let's just check that one. That's a weird looking equation, so let's check. So 2R plus 16. Always, I can't emphasize enough, start by rewriting the original equation. Because if you start on this line and you screwed up, then your check may work. And then your question's still wrong. And you're going to be mad at your teacher. And don't do that. Just go back to the original one. Now you take the 2, and it's going to go everywhere there's an R. So 2, right? There's this 2. Is that one? Plus 16 is equal to 10 times 2. I know there aren't brackets in the original equation, but if you substitute in, you're never going to be wrong if you put it in brackets to make your life easier. So 2 times 2 is 4, plus 16 is equal to 10 times 2, which gives me 20. So 20 is equal to 20. All right, I'm going to do one more. Oh, look at that. They're separated again. So it looks like we've got 15, whoops, 5R plus 15 is 8. I'm going to move this 5R over to this side so that I have my numbers here, my variables, minus 5R. So 15 is equal to 3R, divide by 3, divide by 3. So R is going to be 5. So remember that it's completely okay to have the variable on the right and the answer, the number on the left. And if you want to make your teacher happy, go back and circle all your answers. It makes life a little bit easier. All right, I'm going to stop this video here. I know I'm not done the page, but if I do the entire page, that's going to end up being too long a video. So I'm going to stop it. If you have this page, just do the rest of it and then go to the next video and check it out. Thanks.